If you've ever walked through the door after a long day at work and just stared at the wall for 10 minutes because you just didn't have the energy to speak, and it's a consistent thing, family, that might be burnout. So check it out. I'm Desmond, burnout coach with the Inspired House, and today I want to show you how to talk about your burnout with the people that you love, even when you don't have it all figured out yet. Because if we're actually gonna bounce back from this, if we're actually gonna heal from this, the reality is, family, me and you can't do it alone. So if it's cool with you, I'll go first. The year is 2020, and I'm working in higher education, running a multicultural affairs center, helping students discover their voice, figure out their leadership style, and then all of a sudden, COVID happens. And now we're more divided than ever. And I'm stuck right in the middle of it, trying to navigate these things while being a husband, while launching my own coaching business. Timing, kind of rough. And if that wasn't enough, I was also trying to finish my master's in social work, driving an hour and a half 3 times a week to night classes and driving an hour and a half back to get to my family. So I was juggling a lot. But if I can be real with you, every part of my being was screaming at me, telling me something was off. But whenever my wife would want to check in and ask how I was doing, guess what my answer was? I'm just tired. But I wasn't just tired. Humor me for a second and let me know if this sounds familiar. I was emotionally exhausted. I was detached from the work that I was once so passionate about. And I started second guessing if I was even good at what I was doing at work and at school. Family, took me months to be honest with myself, and even longer to be honest with my family. Eventually, things got so bad, I had to drop out of school just so I can take the time to physically and mentally and emotionally recover from all of what I was putting my body through. So please hear me when I tell you, I see you, I get it, and you're not alone. But if we really want to go from burnout to breakthrough, it's going to require us to take a few steps. And the first step is admitting that something is off. If you've gotten this far in the video, then you're probably one of the ones who knows that something just isn't right. That nagging sense in the back of your mind that's telling you something is just off or it feels like something's broken. And that's not uncommon. The reality is, you don't have to wait until you crash out like me to get help. The first thing you have to do is be brave enough to just say something is off, and right now I don't have the words to describe it. That's it. That's step one. Literally, you have already opened the door to making things better. Now, our second step to asking for help so that we can be on the other side of burnout requires us to pick one person that we're going to have this conversation with. Now, I already know what you're thinking. You're probably saying, Des, I can't just dump all of this on my spouse, or I can't just trauma dump on my friend like that. And you're right. This isn't about trauma dumping. This is about finding just one person, just one who has earned your vulnerability. Now, to help you start this conversation, I put together a little script that you can use. Screenshot it, remix it, do whatever you need to do to make it sound like you, and then I want you to send it to that one person. Now, family, our next step is literally our most important step. We are going to take the time in this conversation to build a bridge, not a breakdown. Let me explain what I mean. When you have the conversation with that person, I don't want you to spend all of your time talking about how bad things are, because that is trauma dumping. That's how we end up spiraling. Instead, I'd rather you focus the dialogue on clearly explaining what support looks like for you. And that looks different for everybody. Maybe for you, you need to take more breaks in the evening and maybe do a few less chores. Or maybe you're going to take the time to make sure that on Fridays or Saturdays, you just have set aside time to do absolutely nothing. And you're going to ask that one person to help you protect that time. Or you can do what I did and set aside a weekly meeting where you just review everything and you share what's going on with you and your job. Now, if you're watching this thinking, Des, all that sounds good, but how am I going to have a conversation if I don't even know what's going on with me? I hear you and I see you. That's why me and my team at the Inspired House built a free burnout assessment that you can take in less than 5 minutes and get clear answers on exactly what's going on with you. That way, you can talk to that one person with clarity and explain exactly where you need support. The way we structured our assessment breaks down burnout into 5 key categories: emotional exhaustion, detachment, personal accomplishment, support and boundaries, and readiness for change. Family, after you take it, you'll get a personal breakdown like this that you'll be able to share with your spouse, your friend, a therapist, even, or whoever is that trusted person, and you can use it as a starting point for change. Let's lock in for a second. It's really hard to explain what you're going through when you don't have the language for it. But using this assessment, family, now you do. Because burnout recovery doesn't start in the break room, it starts at the kitchen table, having real, honest conversations about what's going on with you. So if you're ready to ask for help without guilt and shame, take the quiz, send the text, have the conversation, and then come back next week for more coaching, and we'll keep working to be better together.